Hi, I'm Amy. I'm the founder of HomeBody and a certified infant developmental movement educator, or IDME. During an IDME playgroup, we create nurturing environments that meet your infant right where they are, based on their motor skills as well as their emotional and perceptual capacities. We address questions around not liking tummy time, being unable to roll, getting an arm stuck while rolling, imbalanced strength between arms and legs, how to safely facilitate rolling, crawling, sitting, standing, walking, and everything in between. If you're expecting, welcome. This is a wonderful skill to practice ahead of your baby's arrival. I invite you to find a stuffed animal with limbs that you can practice with. IDME playgroups are just as much for caretakers as they are for babies themselves. As a baby's immediate environment, you have the power to shape a world for your baby that promotes a sense of safety and ease, an important element for a budding nervous system. You'll learn various techniques for supporting your infant as they learn the skills necessary to go from rolling and crawling to sitting and walking. This is Violet, our IDME mascot, and she's going to be demonstrating baby ball with us today. We can do baby ball in a wide variety of positions. We're going to start here with baby on their back. So Violet is here on her back. And I'm going to line up my midline with her midline. And that allows her to find focus with me and thus bring her head to the center. We want arms, legs, and head to be able to find that center line, something that we all take for granted. So if I can be at her midline, it's going to encourage her to find it herself. So I'm here with her and I'm going to fold her knees in toward her chest and bring her legs toward her. This rounds her back a little bit off the ground. I'm not picking up her hips too much, but it just slightly lifts as her knees bend in. Her hips also bend, and her tail is just curled up off of the floor slightly. And you're going to find some pushback. Sometimes baby kind of pushes their legs out against you. If you get enough of an up and over direction with your pressure, instead of pushing down into their body, which allows them to immediately rebound back out, I'm going to think about pushing toward, like over her head, toward her nose. So this makes the angle different for when she does push against me. It's actually going to bring pressure and vitality back into her own center rather than kicking it out and linking it out of her legs. So this is a really great place to play. And then you can smile, you can share some time together. You can even, if you have a toy, this can also encourage midline, gathering to midline with their hands. So if they are able to grab on to the toy, this is going to bring arms, legs, and head all to midline, helping them practice understanding that center. So here we are. And then obviously Violet's not going to do anything here, but I would just encourage or invite her to reach for the ball. I'm not going to shake it at her. I'm not going to force her or like demand that she take the ball, because she might actually not want it. In fact, she might just want to spend time in eye contact. If she reaches for it, great. If not, that's okay. And if she's too young to actually lift her arms and reach for something, then we won't even bother with a toy. Now I'm going to show you baby ball while holding your baby. I'm going to cross ankles, knees bend in just like on her back, but now her back is up against my shoulder. So right in the crook of my arm there, and I'm wrapping my forearms underneath her legs. So her butt is hanging and it's rounded. Her back is also rounded. We don't want her to be vertical with her head on top of her spine, but to be falling back a little bit. I'm going to demonstrate this way as well. Then I have a lot more ease in my body while holding her, as opposed to kind of holding with my hands or lifting up from the arms. This underneath grasp can be really supportive to my body as well. This, as I had mentioned before, aids digestion. It is a calming space for them. It allows their legs to be kind of tucked into their center and their hands to be free to explore the world. So again, we might have a toy. We might be able just to look out and see the world, or bring hand to mouth, which is also a great skill and one we encourage. We can also nurse, so we can angle in and nurse or feed here with legs tucked in to baby ball. Baby can also be more angled out. And I encourage you to switch arms to the best of your ability so that your baby isn't always in one arm and looking in one direction out and about, able to be turning their heads in both directions to see the world. As I've said, transitions are very important in the IDME world. So we want to support an easeful time of getting up and down. So from baby ball here while holding, I'm going to demonstrate how to put down and how to pick back up with that transitional spirit in mind. So from baby ball here, I'm going to put one hand on their butt and another on the back of Violet's head here. I still have like butt and legs in hand here, so I really do, I'm kind of holding the baby ball position, but I'm going to roll her away from me a little bit so she can see where she's going, and I'm going to have her on this angle. So the higher up, that means that she's a little more advanced, a little older. She might be lower to the ground if she's younger. So I'm going to go butt, then head right onto her side here. And I want the top leg to cross over and just touch the floor here. So now she can rest, she can pause, she can take stock of what's going on. And I could come in and I could say hello, and her eyes can connect with mine if she's like not sure of the world here. Maybe a toy again could be there for her to engage with. I have my hand here on the top hip, and a little additional support here keeps her from rolling back or forward. Not that we have to keep her on her side, but it promotes a sense of stability here until she is ready to move. So you might notice her start to roll her head and thus the rest of her body onto her belly or onto her back. And we can go right into baby ball here. If she's on her side and we want to pick her up, I'm going to do the exact same thing, just in the opposite way. I'm going to bring that hand behind the butt, one behind the head. I'm going to pick up head first. She's still sidelined, she's still on her side, but I'm going to start to lift her and turn her toward me, bring her right into baby ball. She might still want to angle out, just depends on what she's asking for here. If the arm gets stuck, I'm going to make sure that this back arm comes through so that her arms are free to explore the world. Thanks for joining Violet and me today. I hope you had some fun playing with your baby, practicing picking up and putting down and holding them in baby ball. And I look forward to hearing from you. Any questions you have about the work, come join us in any play group anytime.